What's up guys, DUBB. Welcome back to my channel again, and a continuation on my 1ZZ motor we built. And the next step I'm going to do is putting these shaft back in there and line everything up. Here I have cylinder number 1 is top dead center. Went ahead and put the crankshaft back in. Went back and put back the clamps. This is I section. This is E section. The arrow pointing that direction. So this will be I2, I3, I4, I5, E2, E3, E4, E5. After you clean everything up, add a little oil. Put it back in here. Add some more oil. Make sure there's no sand or dust, anything stick to the shiny surface. Don't want to scratch them up. Then we go in one direction. When the bolt holes line up correctly, it'll go in. If you flip it around, the bolt holes won't line up. Once you got these shaft bolted down, go ahead and turn it. Make sure everything's spin correctly. Got the oil pan back on, the upper block, everything is torqued down properly, and I'm working on the timing chain and the timing cover right now. So when I was taking everything apart, I accidentally drop the drop the chain guy and chip a little bit right here. And my most concern is this right here, one of these tabs right here that hook onto the this piece right here. It snapped off, so now this piece is loose, and I didn't want to reuse it because if that thing ever fall apart, it's gonna create a big old mess. And I went ahead and order some new parts. So instead of just ordering the chain guy, I ordered one that came with the chain and some other parts too. The chain tensioner, another sprocket, a seal, the crankshaft pulley. The reason I got the whole package, I was thinking that maybe because this engine got a lot of mileage on it and possibly the chain might got stretched. So right now I got the old one and the new one, and from the look at it, there's no stretch in the original chain. And first I'm thinking about using the new chain and just checking on the quality of the chain links. I'm a little concerned because I can see the original one where the links are nicely secure with these connections right here, and the aftermarket one and some of these links right here where they use the press or some kind of striking tool to flattening out the these pins right here, they're not consistent. I'm worried about one day one of these pins might get loose and causing the chain to snap. So I'm going to use the original chain since there's nothing wrong with it, and I'll put everything back together. So here's something you got to do to make sure everything line up correctly before you put the chain back in there. Here you got the main crankshaft. You want this to somewhat line up with the engine at 12 o'clock. That will give you top dead center on cylinder number 1 and number 4. You can stick like a piece of you can put a rod in here to check for it. And you got one marking right here with the line go all the way through on both of these pieces right here. So you want to have somewhere up here, and on the other side exhaust sprocket, you got the intake, you got an eye right here, and you got a mark right here where the yellow links will hook up to, and the yellow link also hook up to this sprocket. The yellow link also hook up to this tooth right here. So on the exhaust side, you have an eye right here, and you got a mark where the yellow link will connect it to this sprocket, and it's also on this side right here, your yellow link will connect to this tooth right here. So you want to have E for exhaust. You should have 2 dots right here, one on this sprocket, one on the other sprocket, line up between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. They'll line up somewhat, but not going to be exact. So you're going to do a little adjustment before you put the chain back on. And so trying to line up these 2 sprockets here to fit the chain link on. Line up these 2 marks right here. Then wherever the position of these 2 link end up to be at, that's fine. And also you got one down here. So when you put this little mark right there on the sprocket, so when you put it on here, it should sit somewhere at 3 o'clock. Let's go and put the chain back on. So currently it says 2 dot they're not lining up, I'm going to adjust it so they will. So you're going to have the yellow link line up with the left side sprocket, and right now the left side is not lined up correctly. Go and line up with the bottom sprocket. Take a 14mm socket and turn it. You got 2 dots in it, they'll line up correctly. As you can see, if I line up these 2 marks right here, you got one, the dot is here and the dot is here, so they don't line up correctly. So what you want to do is line this up. Now it's lined up correctly. Then you can put the tensioners back in there. So right now it's properly in place, and I'm gonna turn it. You'll see the chain loosen up, then tighten up again. I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise. It loosen up, and I believe you refer to this as the TDC. I'm not sure what it stands for, but So the chain loosen up over here, then it'll pop back in place again. So you have this chain tensioner that go into here. So when this thing release tension, this will compensate for the to keep the chain tensioner in the proper tension. You'll see the two dots right there line up, and that's where you want it. Alright, everything is in place as far as the timing chain. So you got everything lined up properly. So cylinder number 1 and number 4 is top dead center, where the other two are not. Let's go and put the cover back on.